integrating lower and higher self is a part of the work that we do in the path of AZUL to awaken the inner leader, to awaken that part of you that knows, that guides you, that is you. And in this moment, we can understand the inner leader as our higher self. I'm going to share with you a map that illuminates a few interesting points about our higher self, that it will help us to understand why it can be confusing inside of us to know which voice is communicating, why it is not always clear what the guidance is, why it is hard to hear the voice of our higher self. So let me show you the map so we can take that in. So we can understand this map as layers of self, different aspects of self that we experience in this human life. The voice of the higher self is pure and clear. The voice of the child self is needing to be loved, needing to be affirmed. The voice of the lower self is trying to protect, to stay safe. And the mask is speaking an idealized version, not necessarily what is real. And you can imagine, let's imagine this together, that if the voice of the higher self is pure and clear in that center, but it is moving through a lot of childhood wounding that has not been integrated, and moving through a lower self that is busy protecting, and then has to get through an idealized version of who we think we are, you can imagine that it is hard to hear what it is communicating. This is why the journey of healing is important, the journey of embracing the childhood wounding, doing the healing work of feeling and understanding our story, and doing the healing work of feeling and understanding how the lower self moves and bringing it into the light of awareness, purifying those energies that are caught in the negative patterns. We can imagine that as we do this work, it creates more space for the higher self to shine through, to be heard, to be experienced. This is what allows the voice of the higher self to be heard more clearly. And as you do this work, you will create your life from your higher self. This is why I can say that there's nothing to fix. You're not broken. The higher self is fully intact inside of you, inside of us. And there is a healing journey that allows us to remember who we are, allows us to experience ourselves as the higher self. There is a healing journey to embark on to integrate these layers of self. This journey is what I have mapped out in the work of integrating lower and higher self.